King Khalid International Airport in Riyadh was crowded and bustling. Travelers with their suitcases hurried through the transit hall. The sound of flight announcements in Arabic and English echoed through the air. Families with children, impatient businessmen, and pilgrims returning from Umrah all moved through this international space. Among the crowd, a woman around 25 years old, dressed in a black abaya and a dark chador, could be seen. She gently placed her hand over her rounded belly, her face calm but slightly pale. She introduced herself as Sarah and said she was traveling to Beirut to visit her family. Her documents were complete, and nothing in her behavior appeared suspicious. At the same time, in the special inspection area, Faisal, an airport police officer, was patrolling with his trained dog, Shuja. Shuja, a Belgian Malinois, had 3 years of training and was skilled in detecting drugs and explosives. Like any other day, Faisal and Shuja were conducting random passenger checks. Sarah approached the regular security line. She placed her suitcase on the conveyor belt and prepared to walk through the metal detector. When her turn came, she passed through calmly. No alarm sounded. But as she went to pick up her suitcase, Shuja, standing about 10 meters away, suddenly lifted his head. Faisal noticed the change in Shuja's posture. Instead of continuing the usual patrol, the dog froze in place, ears pricked, his nose twitching rapidly as if picking up an unusual scent. Faisal quietly asked, "Shuja, what is it?" But Shuja didn't respond. He simply stared at the spot where Sarah was standing. Sarah had picked up her suitcase and was walking toward the departure gate. Faisal decided to check. He called out, "Excuse me, ma'am, just a moment." Sarah stopped and turned around. Her face was calm, but there was a flicker of anxiety in her eyes. She said, "Yes." Faisal replied, "May I see your documents once more?" Sarah handed over her passport without hesitation. Everything seemed in order. But when Faisal glanced at her rounded belly, a strange instinct whispered that something was not right. As he was returning the passport, Shuja suddenly moved, without any command, toward Sarah. At first he walked, but then he began barking. Loud, sharp, warning barks. Passengers around them turned, watching curiously. Sarah's face went pale as she stepped back. With a trembling voice she said, "Please, why is the dog doing this? I'm afraid of dogs." Faisal called out, "Shuja, back." But Shuja did not obey. It was completely unlike him. He had never acted without command in 3 years of training. Faisal tried to grab his leash, but Shuja broke free and ran directly toward Sarah. His barking grew more intense. He circled her, barking non-stop, as if trying to warn everyone of nearby danger. More security officers rushed over. One of them said, "Faisal, control your dog." "I'm trying," Faisal replied. "But he's never acted like this. Something's wrong." Sarah began crying. "Please leave me alone. I'm a pregnant woman, this stress is dangerous for me. Do you want to cause a miscarriage?" But Shuja continued barking. Faisal, an experienced officer, knew he had to trust his dog's instincts. Shuja had never been wrong. "Ma'am, I'm sorry, but we need to take you to the inspection room. The dog is trained, and if he reacts like this, there is a reason." Sarah resisted. "No, you have no right. This is humiliating. Do you know this is illegal?" But the security team was convinced they needed to investigate. They escorted Sarah, firmly but respectfully, to the women's inspection room. Outside the door, Shuja kept barking, as if anxious that the source of danger had been taken out of his sight. Inside, 2 trained female officers were waiting. Sarah kept crying, saying, "You're violating my human rights. I'm an innocent woman." One officer, Lamia, spoke gently, "Ma'am, we just need to make sure everything is in order. If you're carrying nothing, it will only take a few minutes." The inspection began. They checked her suitcase, nothing unusual. They scanned her clothes, still nothing. Lamia said, "Ma'am, we need to check your stomach as well. You might be hiding something under your clothing." Sarah screamed, "No. Are you insane? I'm pregnant. This is my baby." But the officers had to do their job. Carefully, Lamia placed her hand on Sarah's stomach. At that moment, her expression changed. This did not feel like a pregnant belly. It felt different. "What is this?" Lamia asked. Sarah fell silent. Her tears stopped. Fear filled her eyes, deep, overwhelming fear. With caution, Lamia lifted her clothing slightly. And the horrifying truth was revealed. Sarah was not pregnant. Instead, a belt packed with small plastic bags was tightly strapped around her abdomen, bags sealed with tape. Lamia gasped. "Oh God!" The second officer immediately hit the alarm. Within 30 seconds, the room filled with security officers. Sarah was arrested, and the belt was removed. Initial testing revealed the contents: pure heroin. Over 2 kilograms of drugs destined to be smuggled from Riyadh to Beirut. In the interrogation room, Sarah, who was actually Maryam, began to confess. Real tears streamed down her face this time. She said, "I had no choice. My husband had huge debts. They told me if I didn't do it, they'd kill him. What choice did I have?" But the officers didn't believe her entirely. After further investigation, it was discovered that Maryam was part of a drug smuggling network that used women pretending to be pregnant. They assumed no officer would dare inspect them closely. Faisal entered the room and asked, "But how did my dog detect it? He's trained only for drugs and explosives." Maryam lowered her head and said, "They told me the packaging would fool even trained dogs. They lied." In the following days, a question spread among airport staff and even the media: how did a dog detect substances specifically designed to evade sensors and trained canines? In an interview, Faisal said, "I've worked with Shuja for 3 years. I've never seen anything like this." It was as if something beyond training told him this woman was dangerous. As if God opened his eyes to expose a hidden sin. A religious scholar present at the airport commented, "This is a divine sign. In our traditions, it is said that on the day of judgment even a person's own skin will testify against them. Today, God used the voice of an animal to reveal a sin that was meant to stay hidden." Maryam was imprisoned. During further interrogations, the entire smuggling network was identified and dismantled. But the story does not end there. In prison, Maryam truly repented. In a letter to the judge, she wrote, "That day at the airport, when the dog barked at me, I felt like all of God's creation was condemning me. Even an animal that cannot reason did not want me to sin. Now I understand how merciful God is, for he caught me before I fell into an even greater sin." Faisal and Shuja were honored for their service. But Faisal said, "This was not my doing. Not even Shuja's. It was God's mercy." As for Shuja, he still serves at the airport. But now, the staff look at him differently. For them, Shuja is not just a trained dog, he is a symbol of the truth that no sin remains hidden from God. Dear friends, this true story teaches us, no sin in this world stays hidden. If not today, then tomorrow. If humans cannot see it, God can. God sometimes guides his servants in ways we never expect, even through an animal. Sin harms not only us, but our families, our reputation, and even innocent creatures around us. Repentance is always possible. Even if we have sunk deeply into wrongdoing, God's door of mercy is always open. As God says, "Indeed, nothing on earth or in the heavens is hidden from Allah."